Now in the beginning of this part we again see Enola Holmes, who thinks of opening a detective agency after her first case, and no one wanted to give her their case, because they believed that the cases Enola solved must have been helped by her brother Sherlock Holmes. Meanwhile, everyone also requests to meet her with Sherlock Holmes, because Sherlock was a very good detective, but when Enola doesn't get any case for a long time, she decides to leave London forever. Then he comes to a little girl named Bessie whose older sister Sarah has gone missing somewhere, and she wants Enola to do anything to find her sister, because everyone believed that Sarah had run off with someone. Now here Enola agrees to help Bessie. Jo takes Enola with her to the place where she lived with her older sister. Actually, Bessie and Sarah used to work in a matchmaking factory, where about 600 other girls like her are also working. Also, the two were not half-sisters, as Bessie was adopted by Sarah. Bessie tells Enola that Sarah has been gone for a week. Meanwhile, Sarah's friend May arrives. She doesn't like Enola at all. She tells Bessie that she doesn't need the help of such rich people. Now while leaving here, Enola finds a burnt piece of paper with the date of March 12th written on it. Then the next day Enola goes to work in a factory as a poor girl with Bessie, where she sees a man checking the mouths of all the girls. He tells Enola that he is investigating a disease called typhus, which is spreading rapidly among the girls working in the factory, due to which many girls have lost their lives. While working in the factory, Enola sees an office, so she sneaks into the office. On reaching there, Enola finds a register with some pages missing, and along with it, Enola also finds a match. Red phosphorus was placed in the pouches, but it was quite strange that there was white phosphorus on the pouches being prepared below. Meanwhile, Enola hears some voices from the next room. Among them were Charles and Henry, the owners of this factory, and Henry's son, William, and Charles's secretary, Mira Troy, were also talking about the theft of something important from the factory. Sarah was accused of stealing it. Now after leaving the factory, Enola starts chasing Sarah's friend May, because he suspected that May must know something about Sarah that she was trying to hide. Now chasing May, Enola arrives at a treat, where Sarah also worked along with May. Actually, these two girls used to work together first in the factory and then in the treatment. Here, Enola finds a letter in Sarah's belongings which may have been written by a lover, and Sarah may have run away with him. Although a kind of poetry was written in this letter, the meaning of which Enola does not understand at all. Now after leaving, when Enola is going alone, she finds her older brother Sherlock there, who is drunk. That's why Enola somehow takes her home, and on reaching there, she sees that the things in her room are scattered here and there. On which she asks Sherlock why he doesn't keep a roommate with him. At the same time, he notices some papers on the wall, which reveals that Sherlock is working on a new case. After that, she leaves there in the morning. Then, while she is sitting in the park, she meets Tewkesbury, whose case Enola was the first to solve. Here, while talking to Tewkesbury, Enola understands the meaning of the poem written in the letter, which was originally an address to someone. That's why Enola immediately reaches the address, where she sees that William used to live here. Also here May is lying on the bed injured after being stabbed, and then she gives a paper to the dying Enola. With that, he dies, and then as he dies, Officer Lestrade arrives with Officer Grail. Lestrade is right in this, but Officer Grail is jealous of Enola's brother Sherlock, so he tries to arrest Enola for May's blood without listening to Enola. But Enola evades them both and runs straight to Sherlock for shelter. He helps Enola escape from the police at first, then asks Enola about what's going on with them all. Here Enola tells him that she will tell him about hers if he tells her about her new case first. That's why Sherlock now begins to tell that someone is constantly stealing money from certain rich people, which he is moving from 27 different bank accounts into his own account. Although Sherlock has not been able to find out anything about this account because he does not leave any evidence for it. In fact, whoever he is knows that Sherlock is after him. That's why he keeps giving him new tasks every day. Now Enola also tells Sherlock how she was going to be arrested for blood today while solving the case. Sherlock tells her to stay at home and he will go investigate her case. So Sherlock now arrives at the place where May was killed. There, Sherlock finds some evidence that suggests that Sherlock and the Enola case are somehow connected. Also, while leaving here, Sherlock shows the logo of the same match factory. On the other hand, Enola finds out through a paper that there is going to be a party at William's house today, i.e. on March 12th. Enola now remembers that she found a piece of paper written on March 12 from Sarah's room, so she goes to that party. Tewksbury is also there, but Enola's attention was on William. Also, a girl named Cece is constantly trying to talk to Tewksbury. Enola then takes the opportunity to ask William about Sarah under the pretense of a dance. To which William tells her that if she wants to know the truth, she should meet him after the party. Where Tewksbury and then William come to Enola, and before Enola can talk to William, Enola is arrested by Lestrade. Coming here, Sherlock also notices that all the 27 banks in which the money was transferred are all in the vicinity of this match factory. Also, he gets the name of a Moriarty by solving this puzzle. People familiar with Sherlock Holmes will know this name well. Meanwhile, Sherlock Holmes gets the news of his sister's arrest, so he goes to meet the Grail. While there, he tells the Grail that he found a pan at the site of May's death with someone's blood on it. That means May tried to protect herself from him, and that's how the injury is on the hands of one of your men. It means that Grail and his men together found Grail's life, which they probably wanted to put the blame on Sarah, who might have run away, and there they found Enola in her place. And on all these things of Sherlock, Grail tells him that Enola's fingerprints are found on the knife that killed May. That is why no one can save Enola from execution now, because the evidence here was against Enola. That's why now Sherlock quietly leaves there. Although Enola did not even touch that knife. This means that he is being trapped here, leading to Enola being taken to execution a few days later. But then Edith comes there, who is a good friend of Enola's mother Eudoria. Eudoria also comes there with her, and both of them drive Enola away from there. Enola is happy to see her mother now, but has to leave because she is so close to solving the case. Here actually it was Sherlock who asked Edith and Eudoria to get Enola out of prison. After Enola goes to meet Bessie, she notices two plants in Sarah's room. In this, the white soil plant is withered and the red soil plant is green. Enola fully realizes that May, Sarah and William have found out about the lethality of the white phosphorus. In fact, the girls who were dying in the factory from a disease called typhus, it was because of this white phosphorus. The same Charles and Henry were benefiting more because of white phosphorus because it was cheaper than red. That's why those people continue to use it, to stop Sarah even stealing some pages from the factory register. That's why she could have stopped the girls from dying. That's why everyone is probably looking for Sarah, because it could have involved a lot of big people like Charles. That's why Enola goes straight to Tewksbury. There was a celebrity that came to Tewksbury. After celebrity leaves, Enola realizes that this is Sarah. Actually, Sarah came to ask Tewksbury for help about this because he was a lord, so he could help her. Although Sarah had gone by then. That's why he and Enola both reach the match factory where Sherlock has also come, and there they find William's body. He finds Enola the exact same paper she found when May died, and it doesn't take long for Enola to realize that the paper is actually a map, with the help of which these people reach a treat. There, Enola finds the same papers under a seat, which Sarah had stolen from the factory. Sarah is also present and discovers the death of May and William, from which she is very sad. In the middle of this, Grail comes there and Bessie is with her. Suddenly she bites the Grail's hand and runs away. Because of this, Tewksbury joins forces with Enola and Sherlock to fight the Grail and its men. Meanwhile, death occurs due to falling from a height of Grail. Now after that, Charles and the police come on the call of Sherlock, who are going to arrest Sarah for stealing the necessary papers from the factory, and then Sherlock says that Grail was doing all this on someone's request, because the papers Sarah stole had the names of the girls who died of typhus as well as the calculations, with the help of which the truth of the person who stole the money could be revealed to everyone. That's why he asked Grail to take that paper from Sarah. Further, Sherlock tells that it is none other than Moriarty. If the spelling of his name is changed around, then it becomes Miratroy word, which means Mira is Moriarty. Now on being caught, Mira reveals that she is a girl, because of which everyone underestimated her. That's why he stole money from the factory by using that sharp mind. After this, Mira is arrested on the request of Charles. Charles then burns the papers because it contains the names of all the girls who died from whiteheads. So the next day, Sarah and Enola go to the factory with Bessie and tell the truth about all the white bags, that they are getting typhoid due to this. After hearing all this, all those women go on strike with Sarah. A few days later, we are again shown Enola, who has opened her own small detective agency and is met by Sherlock, who tells her that Tewksbury has punished Charles. At the same time, Edith gives a paper to Sherlock, in which the news is printed that Mira has escaped from prison, and then in the last scene of the movie, Sherlock has Dr. John as his roommate. Watson comes to stay, who is sent by Ilona so that Sherlock will not be alone, and Sherlock's friendship with Watson, which started like that and then with this end.